Where you at? Where you at? Let me see. Let me see. Let me see.
Let's meet the starting five for your Orlando Magic. At the shooting guard position, standing 6'5", number 3, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Manning the middle, 6 feet 10 inches, number 35, Joga Batase. At guard, 6'4", number 4, Jalen Suggs. At forward, 6'10", number 5, Paolo Banchero. At forward, 6'10", number 22, Ron Wagner.
It's time for the NBA, live on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan. With me tonight, Greg Anthony and Coach Stan Van Gundy. On the sideline, our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. And a chance now to see how teams are faring across the league. Here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. Taking a look at San Antonio. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
And checking out Chicago, they just kind of burst out of the gate here with some fire, feeling disrespected by pundits who overlooked them as a top team.
Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. White is out there with DJ. Then there's Kyle Kuzma, and it's Vucevic, and it's Johnson in at the 3 spot. And for the Magic, Wagner and Banchero are the forwards. In the backcourt form, it'll be Suggs and Caldwell-Pope. And it's Bitadze in at the center, locking down the middle. All right, Greg, here we are on the day before Thanksgiving, a very special time of the year. Any favorite Thanksgiving traditions or foods for you or your family?
Oh, Kevin, I'm a sweet potato pie lover, but I tell you, man, I love it all. I can't wait.
So the Chicago Bulls able to put up the first points on the board. Suggs with a screen for Caldwell-Pope. Off target from three-point range. Pass to DJ. Banchero grabs the board. So the Bulls, the last game, a win against the Wizards. Wagner with it, and it's Johnson picking him up. Count it, good.
Yeah, Wagner uses his size to muscle through that smothering interior defense.
There's the drive. And it's DJ missing. DJ's gone 1 of 3 from the field here. Here's Suggs. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
Man, he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
And Stan, after a few down years, the Magic has been recaptured here in Orlando.
It sure has, Kevin. They've had great draft picks. They have a couple of young franchise cornerstones. They've got size. They've got guys who will continue to improve. This team's got a chance to be really, really good going forward.
A free throw drops for Suggs. You know, Stan, I've always thought that your path, kind of like Billy Donovan's, going from the college game to the pro game, both enjoying success, very, very similar paths.
Except for one thing, Kevin. Billy could actually play. I couldn't. So, you know.
Well, you're not being fair to yourself now. Come on.
Billy was a great college player. And I think, Kevin, Billy Donovan's the most underrated coach in the NBA. This guy's a surefire Hall of Famer. Back-to-back national titles in college. And then you look at the consistent success he has had in the NBA with teams This guy is as good as anyone in the country, heck, anyone in the world coaching basketball.
Well said. So it's Orlando now. The Bulls getting the bucket. Wagner wide open. Hits it from three-point range. Wagner's got 5 points so far.
He's looking very confident so far. The defense is going to have to account for him.
And that one's good, DJ.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
Now here's Caldwell Pope. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game. DJ with it, picked up by Suggs. DJ softly drops in the floater. He's got 8.
Great touch there. It's just so tough to defend a floater like that.
Pass to Suggs, fires for 3, and the 3 ball is good.
And you know, Suggs seems to be shooting it with more confidence now, especially from deep.
And Billy Donovan decides to call timeout. Wants to regroup and go over the strategy. Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. You look at the Bulls, a terrific position for them as they hold up that illustrious top spot, but it's a long season, as we all know. And, of course, there's the Magic just way behind.
When I look at Orlando, what a slow start they've gotten off to. At least they have enough time to still get things going here in the right direction.
Well, sure, it is early, but they want to avoid digging too deep a hole for themselves. If you let a slow start go on too long, it can really shake a team's confidence. Well, that's already his second foul, and that puts the coach in a tough position.
D'Angelo Russell's checked in for Kobe White. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in, Suggs kicks to Banchero. Fires the 3. Johnson with the rebound. So for the Magic, their last game a loss to the Hornets. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Here's DJ. That's the 6th make from the field. He's taken 9 shots and missed but 3.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Banchero is screened for Wagner. A 3-pointer is right on target. Wagner's got his 3rd basket of the night.
Well, what a quarter he's had. You can tell he's in the flow. They should be looking for him every possession. Not really what we expected. You know he wants that one back.
Suggs passes to Caldwell Pope. To the paint is Bitadze, and he jams it with authority.
A good shooter and defender. KCP can also make plays for others.
And that one's good, DJ. DJ's got 14 points.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
Caldwell Pope outside. No one near Banchero as he lets it go. Off target from outside. The Bulls have gone 7 of 11 from the field to begin the game. Now here's DJ. D right on him. Basket number 8 is all good. He's attempted 12 shots.
Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
Suggs passes to Bitadze. Now Caldwell Pope. Six to shoot. And it's Chicago with the rebound. They are on a phenomenal run right now. 16 consecutive wins.
Well, just to be able to be on the call and see these guys in person is a real treat. They've been the talk of the NBA during this streak. The question now becomes, can they sustain the focus and level of intensity? They are looking quite comfortably in control, so it's going to be interesting to see.
And the timeout called here by Billy Donovan. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. Josh Giddey's checked in for Chicago.
And that's one way to end up in the highlights.
Yeah, all right. That'd be an automatic benching if I was coaching. What was that?
Back to Caldwell Pope. Caldwell Pope with a screen for Wagner. And it's in there. 10 points for him.
Yeah, and showing some force inside. Wagner making sure he gets his.
GA, when you look at the development of Franz Wagner, what now is the next step for him?
Kevin, for me, it's the three-point shooting, specifically becoming more efficient out there. And I also think he's going to have to become a better passer, ball mover. I got total confidence he'll get there because the rest of his game is complete.
Caldwell Pope finds Banchero. Wagner outside. Jacks up a three. Kuzma pulls it in. Bulls trail by 4. Here's DJ. On his 15th shot attempt, he makes his 9th basket. Shooting a healthy 60% tonight.
Just a heroic scoring effort from him this quarter. He's doing everything he can to will them back into this game.
Here's Bitadze. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. There's a good screen. Wagner passes to Bitadze. Rebounded by Vucevic. Last game for the Bulls, they picked up the W against the Wizards in Washington. DJ kicks to Kuzma. Great defense that time from Banchero. Wagner outside. Pass to Caldwell Pope. Over Russell. Chicago grabs the miss. They defeated the Wizards in their last game.
Mental toughness on the road. The arena was rocking, but they just got down to business and never let up.
Nothing is better than winning on the road in this league. It's so difficult. You savor every one of those.
Chicago trailing here. Here's DJ. The shot goes down and it gets this game back to even. DJ's got 20 points.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
And Jamal Mosley has called timeout. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust. So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group. Mo Wagner's checked in for Goga Bitadze. Isaac comes in for Paolo Banchero. Gary Harris is checked in for Caldwell Pope. And Black's subbed in for Suggs. The story of rebounding. Now a look at the league's best players on the boards. Number 1, Nikola Vucevic.
And guys, his rebounding has taken a lot of pressure off their other bigs. It frees those guys up to contribute in a lot of other ways.
DJ with it. He's defended by Wagner. They now take the lead. And it's now 22 points for DJ.
Yeah, that was the third straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Now, here's Isaac. Here's Black. On the wing, Harris. The Magic again can't hit.
That was a good look from the mid-range. He'd like to have that one back.
Good work there as it goes. And now a 4-point Bulls lead.
Well, not only is he putting up the numbers, but he's doing it at a very efficient rate. Exactly when his team needs it.
Here's Black. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Hornets in Charlotte. Wagner has screen on Russell. Black the pass to Wagner. That one good for 2.
And at 6'11", Wagner is a threat inside. Good to see him going up with confidence down there.
Now here's DJ. This game an incredible scoring display for him. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Giddey.
And taking a look at some numbers for DJ. He's been on a remarkable tear this past month. And of course, he's in the top 5 in free throw percentage. It can go over.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for Chicago.
Well, their game plan has been very effective so far. They're working the ball inside, putting constant pressure on the defense.
And one more thing they've done well tonight. They've attacked the rim viciously and have gotten a lot of points by just going at the defender. And a big man who can do a little bit of everything. Banchero's future is certainly bright.
Sliding in at the wing, we'll see Caldwell Pope and Wagner. Then there's Jalen Suggs. Then it's Paolo Banchero. And it's Bitadze in at the 5 down low. That's his out there for Orlando. And that one's good. Suggs.
And as we see Suggs develop his game, you'll see more of this. Jalen with the ability to operate off ball.
And staying a positive for the Bulls over the last couple seasons. They've really done a good job of taking care of the ball.
Yeah, Kevin, that's been an emphasis for them. You don't want to beat yourself. So you look up and down the roster, it's a pretty disciplined group, but it's also the kind of thing that can change from year to year.
Up and in on the layup. Suggs has got 5 points now in the quarter.
Bigger than your average guard, Suggs can score all around the floor, including down low.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively, especially on the interior.
And eventually, every player, GA, has to grapple with age, realizing they've lost a step or two against the young fella. And sometimes, that is a very slow realization.
Oh, it is, Kevin. Hopefully, by that point, it's less about financial security and more about prolonging the inevitable, simply for the love of the game.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Pass to Banchero. There's the pick. Shoots. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. Banchero's got 13.
Well, there's no question he's carrying the load in this quarter, but he's going to need some help.
Yeah, he's in such a great rhythm right now. Makes sense to get him the ball any way you can.
Yeah, when you have a guy playing like he has been recently, he's got to be the first option on every possession.
From 10 feet out, rebounded by Vucevic. Vucevic has got his 7th rebound here tonight.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
And that one's good, DJ.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Pass to Suggs. Back to Wagner. And here's Banchero. Now Wagner. 10 points for him. Well, good with the triple.
Well, you can't question his confidence from out there, but it's not falling. Maybe time for a different approach.
And it's DJ missing. The Magic trail by 9. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Last season, the Magic retired the first jersey number in their franchise's history, that of our esteemed colleague and Hall of Famer, Shaquille O'Neal. Orlando's #1 pick back in 1992, Shaq went on to lead them to their first NBA Finals appearance in 1995. The honor is well-deserved, Kevin.
Yep, he's our teammate, isn't he, David? We love him as a guy, and we love him as a player. Pass to Banchero. Buries the long-range jumper. 16 points for him.
And this is what everyone wants to see. Banchero is attacking without hesitation on the offensive end.
That one drops for him. 40 points for DJ.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
And Jamal Mosley has called timeout. He's ready to talk things through with the team.
All right, fans, it's dance game time. Get ready.
Wagner's checked in for Banchero. Kyle Kuzma's checked in for Chicago. Clay comes in for Dosunmu. Wagner outside.
Hey, yo, right here.
Here's the 3. Yes, it is. Well, then there's a bucket. Number 5 on a 5-for-11 night.
And those are starting to add up, guys. Up their last 5 baskets, 3 have been tripled.
And it's DJ missing. The Magic trail by 7. Caldwell Pope right side. And there are the Magic with another bucket.
Caldwell Pope is a well-practiced shooter. Once the ball is in his hands, he's into his motion.
DJ plays it up off the glass. DJ's got 42 in the game.
Well, with his skill and confidence with the ball, if you put him in position, he'll reward you.
Orlando moving the ball around. Pass to Suggs. Fires the three. Rebounded by Vucevic. Vucevic has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. DJ with it. Defended now by Wagner. Well, Coach Van Gundy, you spent a number of seasons with the Orlando Magic franchise. Looking back at that time, what stands out?
Well, Kevin, what stands out for most coaches and jobs, we actually won a lot there, and the winning stands out. I coached a great group of players, inherited not only talent, but guys of high character. It was winning, and it was fun.
You did a lot of winning down there.
We did. Well, he just doesn't have it right now. It's as simple as that. And his team is struggling as a result.
Suggs against Kuzma. So, Stan, let me take you back to the 95-96 NBA season. It was your first year as an NBA assistant. And, of course, the Bulls winning 72 games in that season. Unbelievable.
They were incredible, but one of my great memories in that season, the day of the trade deadline, we sent out 5 guys, brought in 5 new guys. We had to play the Bulls that night. Only one of those players made it in. We had only 8 guys available, some guys who had hardly played for us. Rex Chapman had an unbelievable game, and we beat Michael Jordan's Bulls on that night.
Oh, what a great story. And that one's good, DJ.
Well, when you have a guy scoring like he is, you redraw every play to be about getting him the ball.
Pass to Caldwell Pope. Puts it up. Rebounded by Vucevic.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Here's DJ, and DJ throws it down.
And that's a special play coming from the one spot.
You know, his passing can take a backseat for that dunk. Wow.
Wow, that is an impressive vertical for a point guard. My goodness.
Wagner outside. Suggs in the corner. Misses the three. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Another bucket. Wow.
My goodness. 50 for the game.
Yep, he is putting on a show. And here's Wagner. He's coming off a 34-point game against the Hornets in Charlotte.
And he was also a terrific creator in that game as well. His assist totals show you what a fantastic all-around effort it was.
Great positioning on the putback. And so it's the Chicago Bulls holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. They've dictated the pace, pushed the ball at every chance, and it's paying off for them. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
Please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half court.
Howdy, folks. I know you've all been clamoring to find out how the Rookie of the Year race is looking, and we are not letting you down. At this point of the season, who would be your guys' picks for Rookie of the Year? Jet?
I'd have to go with our new makeup artist. She spends 45 minutes every single day on Shaq's face and like 50 minutes on his feet.
Kenny, she doesn't have enough time in the day to make you look this good.
Wish I hadn't brought it up. And switching gears now to that first half. What a difficult start for the Orlando Magic.
Well, they're...
Thanks for spending halftime with us. Time to get it back.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. But look at DJ in this one. He's been everywhere.
His play so far is what fans love about him. He has gone right at the defense time and time again.
Yeah, he hasn't been settling. He's getting to the rim, and that's him at his best.
So the Bulls 5 right now. EJ out there with Kobe White. And it's Vucevic. Then it's Johnson. And it's Kuzma in at the 4 spot.
Well, they wouldn't be in the position they're in without his contribution. He has tormented this defense tonight.
Banchero outside. No one near him. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Vucevic has got 15 rebounds here tonight.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one. They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Bulls shooting their 5th attempt at the line in the game. Free throw good, DJ. Stan, you've been on the bench in the NBA for many decades. What were some of your biggest pet peeves as a coach?
Oh my gosh, Kevin, that would be a long list. But the 2 biggest would be this. I think number 1, anytime there was a lack of effort, not running back on defense, things like that, that I had a hard time tolerating. And then mental breakdowns, things we had prepared for over and over and over again, and then guys just zone out and forget what they're supposed to do. Those were things that were hard to tolerate.
Especially when you would take such care in preparing them in every way. It's got to be just excruciating.
Frustrating as heck.
Right on the bucket.
And making 3 of their first 4 shots in this half is a strong start. Now it's about growing that momentum.
Pass to Suggs. And again, it's the Magic from deep.
That's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
Here's TJ. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own. But it's no good. To the left side wing. Lets the 3 fly. Chicago grabs the miss. At one point, they led by 16. Celtics will be coming into town for the next game. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. And a miss there on the triple. The Magic trail by 10. Caldwell Pope with it. He's picked up by White. That shot by Caldwell Pope, no good.
When you challenge a player on a layup, that's what you want. Getting a stop without a foul. The defense wins that battle. Well, he's been nothing short of fantastic this game, and he has his team in a great spot as this thing winds down.
And Suggs throws it down.
Everything is working for Suggs offensively at the moment. This is a very encouraging sight to see.
And the timeout called here by Billy Donovan. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. And we get a moment to check out the team's scoring leaders. Number 1, the Bulls.
I mean, it's an exciting brand of basketball that they're playing. They've got such deadly weapons. Teams have had a heck of a time trying to slow them down.
Working his way from scout to head coach, Jamal Mosley was a longtime assistant under Rick Carlisle. He has paid his dues, Coach.
Yeah, and Kevin, I really admire the guys that put in the time, as you say, pay their dues, and get themselves ready for when they get the opportunity. There's a lot of outstanding younger coaches in this league, and Jamal Mosley's as good as any of them.
Yep, I would agree. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
Franz Wagner, shooting 1.
And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. Franz Wagner, as we know, Stan, came into the league with a splash and hasn't really slowed up since.
Now, Kevin, I think he's surprised a lot of people. He has never played like a young guy. He's always played with the maturity of a veteran guy, and he just keeps getting more and more responsibility. He's handled it well, and then he could become a perennial all-star.
I like that assessment. Here's TJ. Another one goes. Incredible. That's 62 points. 62.
Amazing. A remarkable performance from him so far.
Wagner outside. Here's Banchero. Chalk up 2 there. Banchero's got 4 this quarter.
Well, they're behind, but it's certainly not because of him. He's doing everything he can. He just needs more help from his teammates.
Yep, that one goes. 64 points for DJ.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Back to Wagner. Lets it go from deep. That's good. It's his 7th big basket in 14 tries.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
And that one's good, DJ.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth, physical basketball, guys.
They set the pick. Wagner from long range. Vucevic with the rebound.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
And DJ throws it down.
Well, because he's a good scorer, White attracts attention, and that creates passing lanes.
Wagner passes to Bitadze. For 3. And it's Banchero missing. The Bulls leading by 15. Here's DJ. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Stan, when I think of you as a coach, I think defense. So let me put you on the spot as you assess the wing defenders in the NBA right now. Who are some of the top 2 or 3 that you notice?
Well, look, there's so many good ones. My favorite right now is Lou Dort because he's so strong, he's so disciplined, and he has an amazing ability to use his body even against guys that are a lot taller. He is a frustrating guy for great scorers to play against.
Now, he brought a lot to the NBA, but haven't the Thunder done a good job developing that kid?
Well, they have, and look, they've got other great defenders too, like Jalen Williams.
Wagner passes to Black. Back to Wagner. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Yeah, Wagner showing some toughness there to get through the contact and hit the shot.
In terms of defense, Greg, the Magic have taken some big steps forward.
Oh, they really have. It was a focus for them last season, and it has paid off. They were the kind of team nobody wants to face, and it led to their first playoff berth since 2020.
Well, they just need to keep getting him the ball. He has been terrific this quarter.
Wagner kicks to Black. White against Wagner. From outside, off the mark.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Driving in. Hits it again. Wow. He's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
You get the sense he just can't miss.
Wagner outside. Pass to Black. A good finish at the rack off the slick feet. Black's got his first 2 points of the night.
Nice instincts by Wagner there. He knows when he should look to pass it.
And it's DJ missing. And here's Banchero. He'll bring it up for Orlando. They trail by 16. So it's off to Brooklyn after this game as they have the Nets to look forward to. That sets off a 5-game tour for them. Offensive rebound, White. Nice defense from Wagner. Magic shooting for the game at 42%. Beyond the arc. Rebounded by Vucevic. Vucevic has got his 20th rebound here tonight. Saw that coming. And DJ with the basket on the assist by Kuzma. And the Bulls lead by 18.
Oh, nice read from Kuzma. Really good at finding the open teammate.
Wagner outside. And we know Kuzma Kuzma's always been a terrific scorer, but Greg, he's developed as a passer over time.
And Kevin, early in his career, Kuzma wasn't called on to be a leader, but he's grown into that role, and he puts effort into orchestrating for his teammates.
Well, you know, at 6'10", Wagner brings a lot of versatility to the court with his scoring, passing, and ability to defend multiple positions.
Josh Giddey's checked in for Cameron Johnson.
And that's a special play coming from the one spot.
You know, his passing can take a backseat for that dunk. Wow.
Wow, that is an impressive vertical for a point guard. My goodness.
Here's Black. Good on the three-point shot. Black's got 5 now.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
And Jamal Mosley has called timeout. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. And checking out some numbers for him.
And guys, it hasn't been pretty for him in the past 5 games. He's having one of those scoring slumps that all players go through at some point in the season. But I know he hadn't lost his confidence, and I expect this young man to get after it here tonight.
Here's Black. And he makes good on the layup. He has 7.
And give credit to Coach there for drawing that up. He positioned his guys for immediate success.
And another one falls. And there it is, 82 points.
And this is a game that he will never forget.
Pass to Wagner to the wing right side. And it's a defensive 3-second violation.
Orlando Ball.
Hey guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Bulls?
Well, they've been owning the painted area offensively. I love the intensity they're playing with down there.
And also, they took advantage of their quickness, got inside and blew through the open lanes. Great job of attacking the paint.
Here's Black. Gets the three-point in the phone.
Look, if I'm one of his teammates, I just keep getting him the ball. He has been lights out.
Here's DJ. Banked in off the glass.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Black the pass to Wagner. And there is the whistle. That goes on Kobe White. That will get him his 4th foul of the game. Anthony's checked in for the Magic. And the Bulls making a change also. Russell, he's checked in for White. And so here's Orlando. 17-point game.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now is massive. Hey, dunks aren't always for the big fellas.
A serious power move from the point.
Well, in this league, you can see powerful plays from anyone and anywhere. Your position no longer dictates your scoring options.
Over in the corner, Isaac. Here's Black. He's guarded by Russell. 5 on the clock. Black kicks to Anthony. The Magic again can't hit.
Well, this was his shot to miss, honestly. Poor coverage, good setup. He just couldn't knock it down.
Here's TJ. And it's Wagner with the rebound. The Magic trail by 19. Inside. Rebound by the Bulls. DJ with it. What an incredible scoring display he has put on tonight. Basket counts.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, GA?
Kevin, Franz Wagner grew up in Germany, but he says one of the reasons that I went to college in the U.S. was to learn a different mentality. the game is played more competitively. Talking trash, loved it. Had it in me deep down, but that brought it out more.
Chicago leading by 23. Wendell Carter is up there with Mo Wagner. Then there's Black. Then there's Jalen Suggs. And it's Ben Caro in at the 3, the small forward. That's who's out there for Orlando. Suggs looking around. Nice move. Hey, Coach, one area the Bulls can struggle with, defending the outside shot.
Yeah, Kevin, they've been very poor the last few seasons on that front. Not closing out, missing assignments. It's strange because they were once elite in that regard under Donovan.
Goga Bitadze's checked in for Orlando. Wagner comes in for Wendell Carter. Josh Giddey's checked in for the Bulls. Both free throws good from Suggs. Stan, you always emphasize defense. What do you make of the offensive surge in the NBA today?
Well, Kevin, look, the skill level is the best it's ever been. Shooting range is incredible, which makes defenses have to defend more and more of the court. Rules and officiating favor the offense. It's never been harder to defend in the NBA.
It sure looks that way. You're right.
I like this aggressive mentality he's adopted in the second half, doing everything he can to get to the line.
Giddey against Wagner. The 3. Rebound by Smith.
Well, the defense got lucky there. More often than not, he's making that shot.
White the pass to Giddey. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
And if he sniffs the rim, he's attacking. Giddey not messing around when he gets in close like that.
Here's Wagner. To the middle. It's tipped. It's stolen by White. DJ with it. Defended now by Wagner. It's deflected.
Well, Suggs is an elite on-ball defender. We don't see a lot of blocks by a guard.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
First personal foul. 4th team foul.
And he makes the first. Something we're used to seeing here in the NBA, Coach. Retired players.
Substitution on the court.
And Caro passes to Suggs. Van Caro looking around. Kuzma pulls it in. Kuzma's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Driving the lane, and DJ throws it down hard.
Oh, he is a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
That could be a contender for the dunk of the year, I think. Awesome rewind courtesy of the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. And Caro outside. Well, Stan, the NBA awards impact so much on these players and what they think they can acquire and achieve. How do you feel about the structure of award voting?
Well, right now, Kevin, there's about 100 panelists that each get a vote, and that seems like as good approach as any. Certainly, I need to be on that panel, and you know, I mean, I think we'd probably get more worthy award winners if they would just let me pick them myself.
But you know, they make your picks public, and a lot of times voters are uncomfortable with that.
Yeah, that doesn't really bother me. I'm used to people disagreeing with me anyway. I have a family, Kevin.
And you know what? This guy is just a natural-born scorer.
Puts up a 3, trains it from beyond the arc. Suggs has got 9 points now in the quarter.
And smart ball movement there from Ben Caro. And that selflessness will endear him to his teammates.
And that one, good. And the Bulls lead by 21.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for Chicago.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And so they'll stretch their victory total to 19 on the season.
And in a 3-game season series, they take the first 2, and certainly they've had the edge in this matchup.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for DJ.
Well, he was the reliable option for them on just about every possession. So dependable, always making the right decision.
And that kind of stifling effort on defense needs another look.
And that has got to help.
And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is.
Steering wheel crashing, this here movie. I've been since a juvie. Flat screen in the cyber.